Hey guys, I don't know if this one has a delay too. This light feels really harsh. Give me a sec. Is that a bit better? Ah! Burning my eyes. I think that's better. Where can I hang my headphones? Just going to give a few minutes. And while that's going, I will figure out my plan, just finished typing up the description. And just close 5,000 tabs. Where did I save this thing? Should we get some background music going so it's not so quiet? Oh, no. That's better. I was so organized and now I can't remember where I saved this thing. Ha. I want to just find the beginning of that mold story. Have I got the wrong video? It looks like the right guy's walking in. Nope. Shall be much smarter. If I just quickly check the last one I did. Hmm. Okay, I found it. Simpson's civil and landlord docket on Tuesday. Oh, this says on Friday. Hmm. Where did I put this thing? Oh my gosh, I can't find this silly. There we go. I was too organized. So organized, I confused myself. Okay, I'm probably going to start a little bit back from... I might start a bit early in the stream, but just so that I can find my place in the meantime.
Coming up, but I didn't receive a copy of it. They have the paperwork.
How's that? That looks good. I am also going to need to just be like typing at some things and whatnot. So if I miss your comment, I will come back. I promise. I just got some things in my head that I need to kind of sort out at the same time. Where am I? This is what I need to do first. Okay. Oh, what I wanted to say is this is not the mold thing.
You may be seated.
I just went a little bit too far back.
Danbury Park versus Donnell.
Good morning, Your Honor. Correct there.
I hope it's not super echoey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Your
Okay.
Honor, I'm standing in for the attorney record.
Yes. Okay. Did you call down?
Yes, I didn't get an answer, but from what I understand, he's not representing me. He's been giving me legal advice. Misunderstanding.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I sent an email to Mr. Henry and that's what he responded to me as well. That legal services is providing advice, but not representation.
Okay. So let me ask this. This is your motion to set aside. I think. Where were we on this case?
We were trying to, I needed to get the recertification from Danbury. They were supposed to produce the recertification paperwork that I filled out with them.
Did you fill it out?
I haven't been able to get the paperwork from Danbury. I don't know if they lost it but that's what Mr. Henry's been requesting so we can find out exactly how much is owed.
Did they So you haven't gotten your recertification paperwork.
I recertified with them. And then, this court stuff started coming up, but I didn't receive a copy of it. They have the paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? Once I did the recertification paperwork, they were supposed to get back with me, let me know how much the
Oh,
rent was.
1.5 feels
Haven't heard
like
anything.
fast.
And then the last time I tried to get the paperwork, she said she couldn't find it. The new manager there,
Yeah. She said she couldn't find it
or she was trying to locate it, or
or whatever.
yes,
Okay, so here's,
should have made a copy myself.
pardon?
I should have made a copy that day that I was there when I recertified. I should have gotten a copy myself. That way I would have had my own copy.
And you haven't gotten any response from them about getting a copy?
They said last time I tried, she said she was working on looking for it. I just assumed they couldn't find it because Alex has tried, and I think Alicia from Hawk has even tried. Alex Henry, yeah.
Okay.
So they have the paperwork, but all at the same time,
Uh-huh.
I mean, recertifying because it would show that I was receiving unemployment at the time. So the rent shouldn't be market rent, but they've been charging me market rent.
Right.
It should be because I recertified. So that's what I couldn't understand.
Okay. And I'm aware that there were some recertification issues with Danbury. So let me do this. I'm going to adjourn this out a couple weeks. Let's see if we can figure out something. I'm a little bit worried about the whole representation issue because did Mr. Henry indicate that he's gotten no response? Some response?
I need to talk to him. The last time I talked to Mr. Henry, he was asking me to go to Danbury to see if I could get the recertification. So obviously he couldn't get through either. I have a text message. Yeah. So
Ms. Gazari, if you could let plaintiff's counsel know that what I want is a copy of Ms. Donnell's recertification paperwork to the court.
What a
I
mess.
just want to note for the record that this is an old judgment. It's from, looks like it's from July of 2023.
Yes. And what had happened is, that was a judgment, July 28th of 2023. There's a motion filed. The issue became the recert and whether or not it was done.
Facing
I
the
would
wrong
note
way.
without, I guess, making a statement one way or the other. That was back in October. November of 2023, we adjourned out. And then it's been adjourned out. And then there was one day we couldn't have a proceeding because of weather closure. So without making a statement, there were issues with Danbury Park's office.
oh, yeah.
And the location of tenant documents. And there was and I'm not blaming anybody, but there was a switch over. And then I think new council came in. And so everything was kind of in a state of flux. And so this kept getting adjourned out because there was what may be a legitimate claim on Ms. Donnell's part regarding that. And just one other point, because the judgment was for $7,000. And I've been doing these cases a long time, and it's $7,000 at Danbury Park, and something went terribly wrong.
Got it. I will relay, what's needed for the next hearing.
All right.
I'm sorry.
And so that's the 14th. Yes, so I'll adjourn it out to May 14th, 2024 at 9.
Thank
Okay.
you so much,
Not a problem.
Justin.
You take care.
Thank you.
Okay, Glencoe versus Adams. You guys need to talk to me. You are Mr. Adams? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I have this set for a final settlement conference. And just while we're all here, what's the issue?
Your Honor,
Hey,
this is an
Sim.
active friend case. Mr. Adams appeared at the first hearing or the second hearing in front of you when I was here and indicated that he had repair issues.
Right.
With the bathroom ceiling. And following that hearing, plaintiff's maintenance team went in, did the repairs. Then we came back last time, and Mr. Adams indicated that there were still issues. He wasn't satisfied that there was in the corners of the bathroom, there was discoloration. And so maintenance went in again and corrected that, but Mr. Adams indicates that he is a contractor and it was not, it's not to his satisfaction. So plaintiff's position is that these were not reported until we were at court. Once we were at court, everything was done properly, and Mr. Adams still refuses to, is still contesting the case, essentially.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Kind of a good synopsis of what's going on?
No, Your Honor. I don't really have like representation, and I don't really know how to put it together as eloquently as everybody else do. But it's a simple matter of like this was an issue that was brought up last year and first in court in September or October.
Hey, Sam. Yeah, I went back a bit far, but basically this guy is due back on the 14th. So I wanted to just rewatch and watch it finished before he's back in court, because I have my own take on mold issues, and we had major issues with ours. And one of the videos I had saved to watch on the plane with Judge DaSanto, I think is her name. It also came up then, and I didn't agree with her again. So I was like, this is actually, we can combine them, and that is the best way. Like, I just don't think the courts understand mold. Oh my God, I said the thing that is the title. Also, does the camera look different? Because I'm using my phone. Thought that was quite cool. Like, I'm using my phone for the camera, my computer for the stream.
If I'm not mistaken, and it kind of got swept under the rug then, and I had I maintenance came out again in November, like to show you I don't know if it's possible to just show you what was going on with it. It's like it was like hanging this mold there, and they just keep painting over it, and it's like it comes back. Like it's evident that-
let me ask you this.
I just wanted them to just take it out and replace it. You know what I mean? Like all they're
Right,
doing is keep letting
but
paint over.
hold on a second. One of the things that I need you to
Okay, but does it look better than normal? I hope so.
just think about this for a moment. I don't need a comment from you. One of the things is that because the determination I'm going to make is not whether it looks cosmetically good, whether or not I'm going to be looking at whether or not the unit is habitable. Okay. Now that can mean that it might not look like I want it to look in my house, right? Or something that doesn't suit well with you. But the question really becomes, is the unit habitable? Before I even get to that point, though, is there also been, in terms of looking at anything, what did the landlord do when notified?
Can I? You just asking
go
me?
ahead.
Well, they come to court and they saying like that it's repaired and all of that, but I have a video, and even the guy who came out, he's saying that McKinley doesn't want to do the right repairs on it, and they sent me out to just paint over it. Like I have him on video saying it, and it's just basically they're just trying to cover it up. It's like you can't just take mold and put paint over it. Like I have a video before and after.
It depends, sir.
It does, but it's been evident that it's not going to work because after they did it, that's why I want to show you like the video. It fell back down, and then the mold is still there, and it's exposed.
Right, but that's what you raised the last time, and then they went back out.
And then they painted it again. So it's like, but all they did was, I don't mean to cut you off. Like all they really did is just paint over it. They did the same thing that they did in November. So what my position is, in a couple of months, it's going to be back exposed. The mold is still there.
Okay, let me just say that. Let's assume, and I'm not saying that you are. Let's assume what you're telling me is all correct. Okay. What then do you want to do, or have the court do?
Honestly, I was asking if they would have
Sorry.
somebody to come out and take the mold out. The section where the mold is, I just want them to take that section out and then replace it. That's it. I'm happy with the apartment. Everything else is cool, but there's 4 rooms in that apartment, and that one is not really used.
So he wants a section with the mold taken out.
The section of the mold the section that he was complaining of that had drywall that fell out was cut out and was replaced and was sanded and painted. The other areas that were treated for the mildew with a mold and mildew type treatment, and then painted with kills and painted over. So I mean, it looks cosmetically fine. It is cosmetically fine. It is okay. There is no mildew. This is a bathroom. The exhaust fan needs to be used. People need to, make sure that it's there's airflow in there. But plaintiff's position is, I mean, they've done everything they need to do. They're not going to replace the entire, drywall of the full ceiling when it doesn't need to be replaced.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
It's not just as simple as that. The tub up over me had flooded, and this came out since we were going to court. When they went to go check upstairs, the tub over me had flooded. So it's just like was just standing water sitting right up over my shower,
Okay, but
and it was leaking down into there and everything.
let me just ask you this. If I say that the landlord has done everything proper and tell them they don't need to do anymore, what are you going to do with that?
Honestly, I was thinking that if you've seen what was going on, I don't think that would be possible for you to actually be able to say. I would have to
That's
pay
not
it.
an answer to me.
Yeah, I would have to pay it if it was if whatever the judgment is. I would have to follow the judgment is, but I think that they would too. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to explain this right.
So what is right as we sit here today? What is your issue with what they've done?
My only issue is that it's mold is going to come. I've been living in an apartment for 3 years, and honestly, this isn't even the first time that this has happened. It's just always just gets swept under the rug. I'm happy with the apartment. I just don't want to live with the
That's not
mold.
what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, right now, as we stand here today, it's fixed.
No, they just painted over it.
Okay, sir.
I mean, if we call it,
I think they use kilns.
I have a
Is
video
that
they did. They
right?
use just regular paint.
Pardon?
Can I speak, sir? I did. That's why I would like to just show the evidence that I have. I took a video. It's a video of the guy doing it. He explained that he's only using paint, and he just put paint there. Like it's the whole video of it. The guy said they told me to just come paint over it. He used regular paint. He didn't use any kills. He came with a bucket. I have a video. He came with a bucket of paint and painted over it, and that was it. He just made it to where it looked like it's okay, and it just basically just it makes me look discredited that because I'm still there with mold, and in a couple months it's going to be the same issue.
Sir, right now, how do I know that there's mold? If I went over there right now, how would I figure that out?
If you went and scratched, you scratched.
So
your finger,
I have
you
to go
can't.
underneath.
Yeah, the paint. Yes, obviously, yes. Right at this point, yes.
But how is that harmful for you?
Because like I said, it just keep coming back through. Like
But it hasn't.
well, it has come back through. That's why we're here.
No,
What they have right now
no,
has
no.
no.
Since their last repair, it
No.
hasn't.
No, it has not.
Okay.
No, it has not. Since the last repair about a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago, no, it has not. So, and that if that be the case, and if that be the standard that we're going by, then
Well, sir, it's not just the standard we're going by. It's like if the landlord comes in and let's say, let's take it out of this, but let's say a pipe burst, right?
Right.
Landlord comes in, they fix the pipe. For whatever the reason, 2 weeks later, the pipe burst. Right?
correct.
Landlord comes in, they fix the pipe. You can't then just hold up saying they need to do something so that these pipes don't burst.
I understand that.
Yeah, you can.
Because the landlord, they have to provide you a unit that's habitable. They're not guarantors of everything that's going to happen in that unit.
Right.
I mean, there are certain things they have to do to make sure. I mean, they have to do some preventative stuff, but there's nothing they can't prevent everything.
Right.
And sometimes the only thing that can happen is I have to wait. I've done a repair. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. Use the tenant. If it doesn't work, have to let them know it doesn't work. Sometimes in units, for whatever the reason, you're going to have recurring problems. Right. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's just where the unit is. Right. Sometimes there's not a real good reason.
Sure, yeah, I'm understandable to that, and I'm not. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just trying to be a bag. None of that. It's just like I'm living in a house with mold. I've been staying in this apartment
Well,
for 3 years. And I
okay,
just want to clear.
but here's the thing.
I know the
I
danger.
often have to explain this to people. Nobody wants to live necessarily with mold, but sometimes mold.
Sim, I'm not sure if you can share a link in chat. I don't know if it'll be flagged, but if you found anything particularly interesting, then drop a link. I would love to know because, like the example of the pipe, if the pipe keeps bursting, yes, of course they have to fix it. What if the pipe bursts and the ceiling drops every time? What if, like, your electrical appliances are there? Also, I'm so cold. I might actually go get that huge scarf that I got in Scotland for now. and just get my phone cable at the same time. So if I wander off, I do also have ants in my pants. So if I wander off, just know I'll be back, and I'm still listening. I just can't necessarily sit still.
We all live with mold every day,
Correct.
right? In different ways,
Correct.
right? So sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, sometimes whatever.
I have to take a shower in it every day. Agitated. That's what.
Pardon?
Like when you're taking a shower and it's like it's getting agitated every day
What's getting agitated?
when there's mold in your shower. And it's just like, and you're going to step into it and it's like it's dripping. Like, you know what I mean? When it get wet, it drips. It gets, you know, like I'm living in that. It's like that's what I'd like to just show you like what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
but hold on, sir.
It's different. Like when it's just
You know a bathroom you step into that there hasn't been mold?
Yes.
Well,
Because if you do, I want
this is
to know where it is.
this could be plausible, but when you
One
see it
that's
and you
been
know it's
built
there, it's like
properly with
we can get rid
ventilation.
of this. It's
Okay,
not,
but okay, let me ask this. As we sit here right now, it's not there, right?
it's not visible. Correct. Yes, you could see it. Yes, it's not visible now.
Okay, but it's not there. I mean, right now, you have no idea if the repair that's been done has worked.
Well, I can say that it probably didn't because they've done it before, and the same thing.
No,
it
no,
just
no,
came
no,
down.
no, 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 no. As it right now, you can't say that to me because you
I
don't
can't say
know.
that it didn't work. Well,
I mean, you might have a thought that it's not going to.
someone who it wouldn't be my opinion. I'm not like a mold expert, but
I
I'm
know.
sure that I know. I just know the dangers of mold, and like how
Well,
you gave that
but-
analogy that it's
But see, that's what we're getting. I'm not going to get wrapped into that.
yeah. I don't want to.
If you want to go get an expert,
I don't
you
wanna do
want an
it.
expert to tell me that the mold that's there is dangerous mold, then I'll give you time to do that.
Well, we can do that because I mean, honestly, living in somewhere where
So
it's
you
mold.
want to get an expert to say
I
that?
called Section 8 actually because I'm on Section 8. I had them to send the inspector out about it, and then I'm just waiting on them to send the
Okay,
inspector about it.
and that's the other thing. You also have that unit has passed inspection.
Yeah, in last May or June or something like that. So it's time again.
So are they sending out somebody to inspect?
Yes.
When?
That's why I don't have a date, but I called them about 2 weeks ago. I'm waiting for them to send somebody out.
Is there, you guys know anything about that or?
He is due for his annual inspection through CNA, so the likely be, we don't know.
It's not due. I called them, whatever day that was that they came out and did the repairs,
What
that was
did-
the exact date it was.
Do you think it'd be in the next month?
It was whatever date that was. It should be within the next month for sure, because I can tell you what day it was. It was on April 9th. I called them.
Ow.
June or July. Because his lease expires on August 18th. And I have talked to Mr. Adams. He doesn't want. Plaintiff's position is that there is no mold. They've done everything they can to repair his concerns with the bathroom. Tenants don't get to decide how something is repaired. That's the landlord's.
Well, you sell it maybe more eloquently than I did, but that's precisely it. And the pipe example that I gave you is precisely it. I mean, the landlord can't guarantee everything to you.
But if in the analogy you gave with the pipe, say if the pipe burst and then they just hid the pipe so you couldn't see it was bursted, but it was still bursted and you knew it was bursted,
Okay,
but they hid it.
I'm not, you know
What was
what?
that?
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
You're kind of giving me a conspiracy theory. It doesn't, here's the other thing. It doesn't behoove the landlord for the protection of their investment to just not do anything where there's a problem.
Unless they're still getting rent.
just doesn't.
No, they're not fixing the problem.
I mean, they have the people there to replace drywall, to
Well,
do that stuff.
I mean,
So if it were necessary for them to do, they just do it.
they don't. They're working. He came and saw the video. He said they can't do it. They have
You
to
know
hire a
what?
contractor to do
You
it.
know what? I can't listen to this. You keep going on what other people are telling you. They fixed it. As I've said here today, right as we sit here today.
Actually, I just thought of what the best argument to this would be. And that would be if people walk in and their jackets are wet, but they say it didn't, but you didn't see rain, would you believe it rained? Use the umbrella rain analogy thing on the judge. Just because you can't see the mold right now, that doesn't mean it's not there. It would be reasonable, given what you've been told, that the mold is there. Boom. Lawyered.
Today. It's fine. What you're worried about is something in the future that I don't know what that is.
I understand what you're saying. I totally understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. Like
So-
you come in present today. What is it looking
Yeah,
like today?
what
right
is
now?
it today? You came
Gotcha.
in, you said something was wrong. Each time
Present.
that you come in, the landlord went out, they took care of it. Something happened, they went in, they took care of it.
They did. Actually, they did.
And what you're worried about is, I'm gonna have this problem again.
Yes. Yes. Honestly, yes.
So, and you're looking at me sitting here in this robe, that I'm gonna be able to stop that problem from happening again. I can't do that.
I got you.
If I had to do that with every tenant that came before me,
And that's what
I would never sleep.
I mean to cut you off, but that's where my misunderstanding. I don't have a representation and I don't know everything. I
You,
just know
you've
a
done
very
just,
small.
no, you've done just
small-
fine. Part of my job is I have to cut through what people are telling me.
Right.
You're good. I hear you, right? I just need you to understand that I can't, there's not a lot I can do when you come in and tell me I have this problem, tell the landlord, they go fix the problem, right?
Correct.
That's fine. I mean, and here's the thing, sir.
It's
You
not
seem
fine.
like a nice young man, and I'm just gonna tell you, if you ever take your car to a place, you can't tell them how they're gonna fix it.
Correct.
I can't tell you, if
Right.
I got a problem, I can't tell you, you gotta put that part from that company on to do, I don't get that. If you put the part on and it works,
Right.
right?
And I think you said it best when you said that I'm not dealing in present. I just know that this is gonna happen again.
It may.
It is. Yeah. I just know it is.
It may, and
And that's
Martians may
something-
land tomorrow. I have no idea. Okay?
Honestly, we have to deal in the present with the way that this is right. we have to deal
That's
with
it. I gotta deal with the present. And so if you're looking at it, so here's what I know, or what I think I know. If the problem comes back and you tell them they're going to do something about it, okay? And I'll just say this about McKinley, and it's just true, there's not any bias against it. They're gonna try certain things and they're gonna do certain things. If they go there a third time and they're getting the same problem, then they're gonna look at it in reality, and they're gonna be like anybody else that's using any type of common sense. They're gonna say to themselves, yeah, we gotta do something else, because something's happening that shouldn't happen again,
Gotcha.
right?
I understand.
And I can almost guarantee that's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna keep, it doesn't behoove them to keep coming back and just doing the same thing.
Trust me, that's why I'm gonna cut you off, but that's why I'm looking at it like this. Y'all making millions of dollars. Why you can't fix this little patch? Like, that's-
Yeah,
I get
that's
you.
a whole other thing, but here's the thing. They could be making millions. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is, just because they are, doesn't mean, think about it this way. If I'm making $1 million, if I solve your problem, I make $1 million in $2 because I don't have to keep going back and paying somebody.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't just keep doing it. Why would I keep doing it?
Gotcha.
Right?
Exactly.
So here's what I think is going to happen. Okay. I think what's going to happen is, if this repair works, you're going to be good, they're good. Something happens with it, they're going to come in and they're going to fix it and they're going to try to make it right. Let's assume that for whatever reason, Glencoe is just evil and they don't want to do
I'm
it.
not saying.
Let's just, no, I know, but let's just assume they are for the sake of argument. You're going to come down to the inspection in June or July, and somehow or another, it's going to get resolved,
Right.
right?
Right.
It can't be that bad. You don't want to move.
No, that's
Like
that I
it.
like it. It's just I don't want to breathe mold when I'm in the shower.
You just want this one thing.
That's it.
Because you don't want to breathe mold, you think, when you're in the shower.
That's it. That's it.
You know why? Because you don't want to breathe mold at all, right?
Pretty much. I don't
Okay,
breathe
you
the
got a
air
phone?
Yes.
When you get on your phone, go to your weather app, and they're going to tell you that there's mold, all kinds of mold out there.
Got you.
Yeah, you walk outside, you're going to be breathing mold,
Got you. Facts.
right?
Understand.
Now, you want me to do something about that?
No, but it's not
Like, I
when it's
can't,
dripping, when
but-
you shower, it like dripping down on you mold though. That's a different type of thing. If it was mold sitting right there and dripping down on you, you would move your chair.
Yep.
Alan has to stay with an umbrella.
Right. But I understand what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. So so we're dealing with the present, right? So from the time that it was not fixed back, right? They have a whole lot of late fees on it. They charge. Like
Is
I
that a
really only owe them
super
$385 in my utilities, and then they got like $600 and something in these late fees and court costs that we have here, right? So we talking about I've been getting charged late fees and everything while I'm in.
How much is
escrow.
owing on his account?
And then it's like if
Hold on.
Right now, the balance, as of today is $931.85. There is some money in escrow,
$939?
$931.85.
Okay, so I'll ask the question. How do we get there? His monthly rent that I have currently, it's like $14.
Right, so there's also utilities of $255.85. That's owed from. So, looks like the
See a
last.
quickie mess with my camera.
Adams was at zero balance was at the end of November.
Of 23.
23. And starting in December, there was only one payment made of $15 that was made on January 2nd, and no other payments have been made to this.
Got it. So what's there are utilities and late fees
And court costs.
and court costs.
Court costs are $171.
and late fees are $450. I owe $621 in late
Hang on.
As a late fee, it looks like late fees were assessed in February, and then March and April,
And how much per month?
150. There's
Okay.
two-tiered late fee.
Got it. Okay, and okay,
Clock speaking. Okay, yeah, they added all of those in there.
no. Let's back up a second. Okay, I'm gonna take it. So you've got about $450 in late fees. And then you said 171 of court costs.
I'm
Okay,
just trying to get my phone to
So,
connect back to my
let me ask you
computer.
this. Why didn't you pay the utilities?
Well, I'm under when I came here, all you ordered me was to pay was the rent part, was to put in
Okay,
escrow.
but hold it. Before you got here, you owed some utilities. They didn't just bring you here just to bring you here.
Well, that was my point. I have like the text messages and everything. I told them after October when we was going through this in October, and then they because I was in court in October for the same thing. In November when they came and fixed it, they didn't like it was still hanging. That's why I had to like the stuff was still hanging and dripping in November when they fixed it. It was literally the guy left and it was still dripping mold and hanging. So I didn't pay November, and I was texting them, telling them since then. So I was trying to get back to court. Basically, I said like I was trying to get back to court. Basically, it just took a long time because my rent only $14. Like honestly, I was trying to get back in front of this to make them to fix it because all they did was came and spray painted it and it was hanging down.
And Your Honor, plaintiff's position is that's not true. Mr. Adams is well aware of the process to file a work order. He did not do that when plaintiff.
So I disconnected my phone so that I could just add WhatsApp web to my thingy-majiggy, to my browser, so I don't miss messages. But then now I can't reconnect my phone. So I'm just gonna like remove myself for a sec, but keep it playing. And then I'll be back.
Plaintiff first found out about that there was an issue in the unit in the bathroom was in court. Mr. Adams actually paid his $15 in January and spoke to the community manager that handles collection, and there was no mention about anything wrong with this unit. He paid $15 and they had a discussion about the unpaid rent at that time.
We talked about this on the text messages.
Okay, but why? Mr. Adams, How would you not pay your utilities?
Because it's rent and utility. It's part of the same. My rent and utility come together, right? It's the same thing. So in order, like, it just come together. I was trying to go to court. Like, they don't take you to court till it's over $100. So I was trying to come to court. I told them, like, I have the text message. Like, I texted them before I told them. I went to the office and spoke with the guy. I think his name Ryan or something. Like,
You can always file a case.
well, I know that now, but like I said, I wasn't really all the way aware
Mr.
of
Adams,
how to do everything.
Mr. Adams, here's the problem.
Uh,
If I told you right now
uh,
that you needed to pay to your landlord $311, can you pay it?
I'm gonna pay it right now. I can walk right out, right, gonna pay it right now.
Okay. So why didn't you just at least get that part paid?
Because I just paid what I was ordered to pay as far as when I came in with the when you told the escrow, you just say pay the rent part in the escrow, and that's honestly all I paid. I just been keeping my money. I got my money. I'm not holding. I'm not trying to hold back nothing. I just was trying to get my stuff fixed. I can go pay them right now.
All right.
Right, that's why I go right out.
Hold on,
right now.
because I'm not done with the figure yet. Because doing it this way gets you into a problem, because you got now, and I'm just talking without any of the late fees that they've assessed, there's $482 that needs to be paid. I haven't taken into account what you put in escrow yet.
Right.
So you're up around the $450 mark.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Now, and the problem is you're still going to owe some of these late fees.
How?
Huh?
They've been charging late fees while we've been going to court.
No, because you haven't paid. If you had, Mr. Adams, you don't get to dictate stuff this way.
Can I speak?
If just listen, if you had paid,
don't know how to
everything,
reconnect
had a
it.
dispute, and then just paid your rent into court escrow, I'd say you're right about the late fees. The problem is that's not what you did.
Your Honor, you told me to pay like when we stood there, you said how much is
In
my rent?
March.
Right, and I paid, and that's what they still charge me late fees for March and April. That's what I'm saying. They still charging me late fees for they charging me these late fees while it's in escrow, and we're supposed to be selling it here. They still racking up late fees on me. When if that was the case, like I thought that once we started handling this in court, I thought that because they put me on escrow.
Okay, you're already late for March by the time we got here. You
But they put me in escrow.
hold on. You hadn't paid in February. As I understand, there was February, March, and April late fees.
They put it in escrow.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So in February, you hadn't paid. You weren't yet in court. That was your goal.
Right. But I went, yes.
So in March, you get here, but you
So Sim, I am connected, but on this instead of my phone, which was just such a nice, like, it just looked, the whole picture looked clearer and everything. When this ends, what I'll do is I'll quickly create a part 2, and then just jump onto that stream, because then it'll be the Judge DaSanto separately. But I will literally go from the one to the other, because I cannot manage to get it back to what it was. And I really like that setting. It's just not showing up anymore. Okay, let's finish this.
but you still haven't paid everything, because I don't order you to pay until sometime around the 8th, but you still hadn't paid.
Because I went to court in February, and they put it in escrow in February.
Mr. Adams, I will agree with you that maybe the landlord, because we're in court, and I know what I ordered, to take off the April late fee.
Well, they had
But
already.
you're gonna owe February and March late fees.
Well, they had. What I was saying is they had put me in escrow in February when I went to court with the other judge in February. He put it in escrow first.
Sim, I'll answer your questions
can't do
first,
that.
though.
Yes, they
Because you
did.
didn't get here until March 1st, so you didn't do it in February.
The other judge did because they stopped paying Section 8. They say they notified Section 8 when I don't remember the exact first court date, but they
Mr.
said,
Adams.
yeah. I hear what you're saying, sir. I hear you. I'm just talking. I'm not trying to.
No, I know.
I'm just trying to
I know.
explain. I don't get a lot of
You're doing a
opportunities.
fine job. You do
I'm
a
not trying
great
to be
job of
disrespectful
talking.
at all.
You
I'm
need
just-
to listen.
Okay.
You're gonna owe the 300 late fees.
Cool.
I'd suggest, and You know, if I were to rule on this right now, I tell them take out the 150. 931, 85 minus 150.
781.
You have that much?
Well, can I say this? Can I say one other thing? Your Honor, I just want to say one more thing. I live in an apartment. I do. I can pay.
No,
I
no,
can pay 'em.
no, answer my question.
How much?
Go ahead, say something.
I just want to say something. Like I live in an apartment that has 4 rooms in it, right? So if for about 5 months or so, I can only use 3 of those rooms. What about the abatement issue? The value of the apartment is not $1,279 a month. If it's mold in the apartment in one of the rooms, is this still the value of the apartment
You wanna move?
$1,279 a month? Is it? I'm just asking.
You want to move?
No, I did not. But I'm just saying if the abatement
You
issue.
want to move?
No, I did not.
So you're talking about the value of the apartment. Problem is, did you leave the apartment or have to go anywhere?
Yes, I was. I wasn't living there, and everybody knows. In my whole apartment, I was staying with my
Where
girlfriend.
were you living?
I was living with my girlfriend from November until February. I was not living in that apartment. I did not. Everybody in the apartment. I moved all my stuff out. I literally just moved it back. I got a U-Haul. I got the receipts. I've definitely moved out. All of my stuff. The whatchamacallit, the workers that came there, they came. They was like, "What happened to all
I
this
don't
stuff?"
think you're entitled to an abatement. I'm just going to tell you that. Now we can go to trial on this because this is just a final settlement conference. But what I'm hearing is I don't see that.
You don't see abatement.
Sir,
I will have to prove it.
you've got to prove your part of the case. Yes.
I think I could do that.
When you want to go to trial.
I think I could do that. When is one available?
What?
When is it available?
Would you guys be available for trial? I mean, you're not disagreeing with their principal case because their principal case is whatever. It's really your counterclaim. And your trial. No, we better do this soon.
What is section 8? Just remind me again.
May 14th.
You have everything you're going to need ready May 14th?
I think I'll be ready.
And you understand you're going to be held by the same court rules that everybody else is held by.
The low
What is that?
rent.
So I means I'm not going to hear hearsay. I'm not going to hear any of that stuff. You got to do it exactly like everybody else has to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have to get like some representation. Have me somebody come
Maybe.
talk like how they talking, or at least get some consultation because I'm getting out talked and outflanked over here.
I don't know that you're getting out talked.
Just
You're
get-
the only one that's
get
been
out-
talking.
Yeah, got outflanked.
Then you're out talking yourself.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Okay, maybe that's the problem. I don't know if trial gonna solve that, but that's just you.
maybe. Like I said, I really don't. I'm
That's a bit
not. I'm not.
rude.
I'm not 100% all the way with this. I'm not. I don't. But I just know I'm not wrong here. Like with this is not right the way the situation is. There's got to be some type
Then
of
move.
justice that
Then
can come across
move.
from there. That's an option. But McKinley owns everything. I would have to
No,
leave.
they don't.
McKinley owns
No, they
almost
don't.
everything out here.
I can give you
80%
a
of the
list of
apartments.
other places that
I'm
you
living in
go
an
to,
apartment.
McKinley
They
doesn't
own 80% of the apartments out here.
Okay, so
That's kind of like they got a big staple of the apartment. So moving would be still. I could move
why
and
you
still deal with
angry with
McKinley.
them? Why you angry with
I'm
McKinley?
not angry with them. I don't want.
Yes, you
I
are.
know.
You don't want to move, but the place you say they aren't taking care of it. So you got to have it one way or the other because you're not coming to me every month asking for an abatement.
How
I'm
do
not
you
going to
I'm
hear it.
a
spell?
bad guy. I'm not trying to be a bad guy.
I don't think you're a bad guy.
It's coming off.
I don't think you're a bad guy. Unreasonable, maybe.
I don't
Not
wanna
a
be-
bad guy.
I'm not trying to be none of that. I swear I'm not.
I know you're not trying to. You're doing a good job at not trying to do something.
Still coming off as big.
I did not say that.
Is.
However you feel. But I'm just saying. Look,
I need to just see something. I'm trying to find the name of the rental company because they said McKenna Lee, but McKenna Lee, when I look up McKenna Lee property, it kind of looks like the only thing that comes up is Exo McKenna. So I'm trying to find. I want to see their ratings and stuff.
I don't know what you see coming out of this. I just try to give people a reasonable expectation on
Subsidized housing.
what they might see for a trial, the difficulties. That's one of the reasons I set final settlement conference.
Gotcha.
Right? Because you can think, like you said, when you like puffed out your chest, this now I can prove that. Okay, fine. now it becomes, if I give you a date, 2 weeks from now, you got to put up or shut up.
Can I get like another week or something to make sure? Because I really don't. I want to make sure that because I want to be able to talk to the legal people and get something like for real. I just wanna,
What legal people?
wanna go talk
I've been
to the
here,
legal
I don't know how many times you ain't talked to any legal people.
I haven't never.
My third time setting the final settlement conference.
And I
You
haven't
have
talked to
not
nobody
talked to
because
any legal
I thought this was gonna be. I thought honestly, I had a whole different. I thought it was gonna be different. And honestly, and to be honest, I thought that she was my representation the first 2 times I came here. I didn't even realize that she wasn't representing me until I did.
Oh,
When she
no,
brought me in
you
the first,
no,
I did.
don't even
honestly,
try it, Mr. Adams.
I'm not trying.
No, I
honestly did. I never said nothing about it, but I did.
Mr. Adams,
Honestly, I did.
do not try to tell me that. And more importantly, just so that the record's clear, there would be no doubt in my mind that Ms. Kazari would have no way led you to believe, would have any way represented in any way that
Sorry.
she was representing your interest as opposed to that of Winco. Do not even go there.
It was my fault.
It's your problem.
It was my fault.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's your fault.
She didn't do anything. I'm not saying.
Oh,
she
I
did
know
anything
she
wrong.
didn't. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know she wouldn't have done that.
She didn't do that. It wasn't her fault. I thought that I was gonna have some reference. I never did it before. But when she called me back to talk to me, I thought that she was representing me. I didn't know.
Mr. Adams, what do you want me to do? You want a trial date?
Yep, I certainly do, sir. Because I think that
Then you get one, May 14th.
cool. We can get out of here.
Thank you.
May 14th, 2024,
What time?
9 a.m.
I mean,
You better come. You better come ready, because if I go for trial, you better come ready. Don't ask me for any adjournment. Don't ask me for any favoritism on your side. Don't ask me for any of that. If you don't know how to do something, you don't have an attorney, you don't know how to do something, that's just going to be too bad. You got to figure it out. And you're going to have to figure it out on the spot. You understand the game rules we're playing by? We'll see you in 2 weeks.
wow.
So 2 weeks actually takes us to Tuesday. So obviously I'm going to check that one out on Tuesday. Yes, there was a leaking tub above him, and that seems to be the start. They then did a landlord special, and it happened again. And so they then did it again, and the person who came to paint literally told him this isn't going to fix the mold, and he said it on video. Late fees of $14 a month does seem very little to me, but I don't know what the norm is there. It feels like very little rent in comparison to what I've seen, but converting doesn't always work. What was the other thing? I strongly disagree. If your bathroom has mold, there is a problem. You need an extractor fan, most likely. You need to check out the ventilation. There's got to be something done. They need to see if maybe when the bath was replaced, there was excess water underneath. You shouldn't just have to live with mold. Mold is toxic. It can do a lot of bad things. And I'll get into it more after we watch the second one, but I'm going to quickly end this. I've set up the next one, but it might be like a minute or two before I actually enter the studio. So give me a minute or two and then I'll pop back in, because I really wanted it to be on my phone rather, because I don't like this potato camera. So BRB, this is not over yet. Got another judge just to really annoy me for a bit. All right. I see 3 people just joined right now. We are going to a new link. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. See you there.